most dangerous. Different.
Hot fire. Sassiest.
Important.
Mainstream.
Keep it real.
Got one of the biggest things in American culture.
They not like us.
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club. You want to shake it up.
They not like us. Wake the f*** up, Breakfast Club.
DJ Envy.
The People's Choice, the Family Guy.
Jess Hilarious.
So my niece is real.
And Charlamagne the God.
Some donkey today's just saw themselves.
Yo, I'm loving that energy up there right now.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show something.
Now let's begin.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday. What's happening?
Now where your headphones at?
Yo, I took them home.
Why you take your headphones?
Because they didn't give me any.
What you mean they ain't give
So
me
I had
none?
to take them home when I did Virtual Friday.
What is Virtual Friday?
Well, she wasn't here Friday, so she took her headphones
gotcha.
only to use on
remotes.
Friday, and now she
Yeah.
forgot them at home.
But the good thing is I can have the big ones today because my hair is to the back, so I don't really care.
Somebody
So,
bring the
can
headphones in.
Somebody get me some.
Can we get
but,
Jess some headphones, please?
But yeah, I enjoyed my weekend though.
Yeah, you was in the city, right?
Yes, City Winery, and that venue is very beautiful. I loved it. They had to make a few adjustments for me, but I love it.
What adjustments?
Yeah, because it's at Pier 57, right? And so I didn't know it was two in the city, but it was the one on 11th Avenue. Thank you. And they had it was like a bunch of tourists like outsiders like on the pier, so they had the curtains open, and in a comedy show it has to be like very
intimate,
right? Dark, curtains all open. It was light. I was like, oh, can you close those?
Oh, so it's not a comedy club.
Nah, it's set up like one, but I'm guessing that it's not. But
so they
when
had
you
like a fishbowl.
comics,
People walking by looking at you.
Mm-hmm. So, but when you have a comic, you have to make those accommodations to make it seem like a comic venue, comedy venue. But
that can be distracting. People outside pulling up, taking pictures.
You know what I'm saying?
Video.
All of that, and then also for the audience because they looking at what's going. Because it was a lot of walk-ups, like people just seeing what was going on. They walked up, they wanted to get tickets. Like, oh, who this? Oh, it's Jess. People who didn't even know that I was there, but it was a great turnout. The crowd was amazing.
Dope.
And just to be right there on the water. And then I officially have my son up here with me.
Oh, he's officially up here with you?
Yes, he is, man.
School's over, right?
Yep, school is over, so he's excited. I'm excited too. I got to kiss him goodbye this morning. Like, all right, I'm going to work. I haven't done that in years.
Oh, man.
For real. Seriously, yo, because I haven't, I haven't had like an actual job like this. And so, and he was like, I'm not getting up going to Breakfast Club like this. I'm not getting up.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
going to work. I don't got to go to work.
He said, I did that 1 week.
Spring break, that was cool,
I did that.
but I'm not doing that.
I'm cool, B.
How was y'all weekend?
Mine was good. It was, you know what? The activities, like you said, the school is ending, so all the activities are starting to end. So this weekend was my son's last soccer game, which was sad because I like watching him play soccer, but I ain't gonna front. Being on that field when it's hot outside and there's sun beating on your ass, I was like, thank God. So all the activities ended this weekend, so I was happy about this.
Nice.
Charlamagne?
Nice.
I kept it light. I went to a carnival with the family, and then I was down in Maryland for a book signing. I was in Arundel Mills.
Arundel.
I ain't pronounced it right yet?
No.
Well,
it's all right.
Dropping the clues bombs for all of them. There was mad people out there too trying to get me to pronounce it right, and I could not. I still couldn't pronounce it right.
But you were struggling.
Oh yes, but they showed big love at Books a Million and Arundel Mills.
Arundel. London was so happy.
That's my girl. Love London.
I was like, I told him he was coming. She was like, why would you do that? Like, I wanted to pop up and surprise him. I'm like, yo, you can't pop up at a book signing and surprise somebody. Why? Especially if you got a book.
Yeah, and why would you want to wait in line?
No, because she was like, I'm a fan. I'm not no broke bitch. I bought my ticket. Like, I'm not.
That's my girl.
I said, yo.
I'm not a broke bitch.
Yeah, she was so hyped. She was so happy, yo. So she was mad you didn't write like a letter to her. I said, no, it's just a book sign. She said, he gonna write his Instagram name. I said, I know. I said, that's what you wanted to wait in line for. Yeah, that's it. But she was excited. She already started the book and everything.
Thank you, London.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett will be joining us this morning.
This is our second time here on the Breakfast Club. Y'all paid it. God damn, that's loud. We old, man. Turn that down. Y'all paid attention last time she came, but something tells me y'all gonna really pay attention this morning. So.
Right. And she's the one that also went at the other representative called the bad, builty, beige,
whatever.
Blonde.
Oh, yeah, that's shorty.
Big back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But Jasmine has more to talk about than that. Though.
Absolutely. And we'll get in front page news next. We good now, Red? A board's mess. Oh, here we go again. All right, front page news next, maybe. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, some quick sports. The Celtics beat the Mavericks 105-98. The Celtics lead the series 2-0. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Happy Monday, y'all. Are y'all registered to
Morgan.
vote? Are y'all registered to vote? Are y'all registered to vote? We've only got 148 days until Election Day, November 5th. And over the weekend, former President Trump was on the campaign trail in Nevada, which is a swing state. On Sunday, Trump told supporters that border security and energy policy would be one of his biggest priorities if elected in November. He said in his first week as president, he would crack down on the border and domestic drilling. Let's hear from Trump.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to close that border tight as a drum, and we're going to let people come in, but only legally. The second thing we're going to do about 5 minutes later, it doesn't take long, we're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to get your energy costs in half.
Drill,
Baby, drill. Trump also slammed President Biden, calling him a low IQ individual, saying if he was president, the attacks on Israel and Ukraine would not have happened. Trump also became visually upset when his teleprompters weren't working. He experienced technical issues. The temperatures were well over 100 degrees in Vegas. And Fox News poll recently conducted showed that Trump is ahead of Biden in Nevada by 5 percentage points. So.
And it's interesting too, right? Because when you're running for president, you got to talk about what you will do. But if you were President Biden, you can talk about what you're actually doing. Because Biden has approved more oil and gas drilling permits on public land than Trump did while Trump was in office. So I don't know why they just don't immediately put that information out there. But I don't work for a campaign, so it doesn't matter to me.
Brag more. I said that. I told y'all that.
Brag more, yeah.
Moving on, Caitlin Clark won't be attending the Paris Olympics with Team USA. On Saturday, NBC News reported that the top pick from the 2024 WNBA draft will stay behind while the U.S. national team travels to Paris. Now, she did say that she was excited to watch the U.S. women's basketball team compete in the upcoming summer games, adding that she isn't disappointed, but she's now using this as motivation to work towards something in the future, using that snub as a little motivation. Now, the Indiana Fever guard said that USA basketball officials did contact her before the news leaked out, so she got a heads up. And while the official team roster has not been announced, sources say it'll be comprised of 12 veteran players. Team USA's first Olympic basketball game is set for July 29th against Japan. Now, this is interesting because I had to do my due diligence on this and see whether or not rookies have gone to the Olympics before. So in 96, Rebecca Lobo went. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2002, Diana Taurasi went. Candace Parker went in 2008. And Breanna Stewart went in 2016. So.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic in this. At a time when all eyes are on women's basketball, why wouldn't you put the biggest draw in women's basketball on the team? I saw them saying that, they didn't want to upset her fans because she would get limited playing time. But I mean, is it about the playing time, or is it about the promo and marketing? Is it about, getting as many eyeballs on women's basketball as possible?
I didn't understand it either. I mean, it's Caitlin Clark, and she's probably one of the biggest draws in the WNBA. So the fact that you put her on that team, and, people are going to be wanting to watch her, and this is not just the U.S., this is globally. It doesn't make sense
she's
to
the
me.
biggest draw. She's not the best player. Not even close.
Can't she bring home the
that's
gold?
Asia Wilson, but you surrounded her with all the other greatest players. You got Asia Wilson on the team. You got Breanna Stewart. You got a bunch of other people. Diana Taurasi's on the team, so they're going to win the gold regardless. I would think. Yeah. But you use her for promo and marketing.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, moving on. Maybe it's for the best because I heard Olympic Village can get a little freaky, which brings me to my final story.
What?
A new sexually transmitted fungus has been found in the U.S. for the first time, y'all. A report out this week revealed that a sexually transmitted ringworm has been found in New York City.
Damn.
Be careful out there. And the first case is a man in his 30s who developed a rash after reportedly having sex with men during trips to England and Greece. The CDC says cases of genital ringworm have been found all over the world, but the infection is not fatal. But dermatologists say it can cause permanent scarring. So, of course, make sure you're protecting yourselves.
All right. Now you sound like an old person's disease. Yeah, it sounds like an old person.
Ringworm.
Messing with them old guys, you're going to get ringworm. That sounds like an old person.
But it's
disease.
on your genitals, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying, like, you can catch it from sex. Like, yo, you got to beware of ringworm now. That is crazy.
All right. Well, thank you, Morgan.
Thank you. That's front page news. See y'all in a minute.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. Call us up right now. 800-585-1051. Let us know how your weekend was. I was trying to see Bad Boys 4. But I waited too late to see it, and I couldn't get 6 tickets because, I got a big fan. I got to bring all the kids. I couldn't get 6 tickets next to each other. Yeah. So I got to see it this week. But
I heard it was really good.
I heard it was really good too. Is it kid appropriate?
17 and I think if you bring, I think so. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's kid appropriate.
No? I think my 11-year-old and my 10-year-old will be fine.
Yeah, it's rated R.
No, it's not. Those PG-17 or something like that.
I never heard of PG-17.
I thought so.
It's Bad Boys. Take them to see that.
It's Bad Boys. My 11-year-old and my 10-year-old will be all right.
It says rated R.
Oh, rated R?
Yes, for strong violence.
Do you know what these kids watch? Please take them to go see that.
They listen to the show. But I was going to take my 11-year and 10-year-old, but everything was sold out. But anyway, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, DJ Envy? This is Toy every day.
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Man, I want to just first say, Jess Hilarious, you were the best person for the job, the most well-rounded, and just literally the best in every category for the job. You work so well with everybody in there.
I thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right. And the main thing I wanted to get off my chest was, man, we had people calling in a few days ago talking about why they voting for Trump, even though he was found guilty of all these charges. And that was so crazy to me because everybody was saying things like, one lady said that her family's voting for Trump, so what else can she do? But I'm like, okay, your family's also probably making bad family eating choices and bad family choices, and you gonna follow them, aren't you? Big Mac, you just gonna follow the pattern, right? Just get high blood pressure and everything. Another person said Trump was cool because he was on a TV show and he gave us this money, and I just like, we concerned with fame, and that money wasn't given to us for no charity. People died. It was a need of desperation. Trump just got to sign his name on that.
Yeah, but the reality is he was president when all of that happened, so he gets the credit for it, and people remember that. People will forget what you did, they'll forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
That is true. And only one actual person called with something political to say that. I had to go search and look up because I'm actually doing research on who to vote for. And in 2019, Trump passed a bill for $250 million a year to go to black colleges, historical black colleges. But like you said, he made it seem like he did this thing and that he's the one only giving out to them and stuff. Like you said, though, Joe Biden has given out much more. And the guy also said that, Joe Biden's a racist and that he passed all these bills and that the things that Trump did was minor as far as what he did with the New York City and taking out the things. But he only had minor power at that time. You give him more power, it's just going to amplify his racism. It just was crazy to hear all those people say all these reasons they was voting for Trump, and they never said anything that actually was politically make sense. They didn't say, I don't like trans playing my sports. I'm against abortion. They didn't say anything that was an actual substance of political reasons. And it made me really start thinking, Charlamagne, you're right. I'm really scared when it's time to vote.
Well, Democrats suck at messaging, and that's all I can tell you. Okay, that's why people feel, the way they feel about Donald Trump, because whatever Donald Trump is saying or doing is getting through. For whatever reason, it's not on the left.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your name, brother?
Oh, you're just Kataz, man. I'm from the 757. Where you from, man? Where's your college or whatever?
Virginia, 757. What's up, Hampton Roads area? Get it off your chest, brother.
Bro, I got to get off my chest for you, because you talking about you going to bring your kids to Bad Boys. First off, it was a great movie. It was fire. It's the best one since the first one. But, man, there's some stuff in there, man. If you don't want to explain to your kids what she is, you might not want to bring them.
Right. Say no more.
It's rated R for a reason.
Say no more.
Right, bro. No bring your kids. We had kids behind us. It was like 6 kids. And they was that age and younger, and man, it was just crazy for that moment when Tiffany Haddish said that statement. So don't bring them, bro.
Oh, Tiffany's in Bad
Boy? I didn't even know Tiffany was in there.
Yeah, she's in there. She's in there.
Don't tell me no more, man. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Get it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, man, what's up, man? It's King of All Black.
King of All Black. What's up, brother?
Yo, man, I'm calling to congratulate. I love the show, man. I try to listen every morning, man. Y'all a good team.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, listen, I want to congratulate you, Charlamagne, first of all. A friend of mine showed me a YouTube video of your daughter's Sweet 16 when Cardi B came there, and all of them white people there, I know your daughter's getting a very good education. I want to apologize. I want to congratulate you, brother. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Hey, I thought your daughter was the only black person there. And I said, man, congratulations, man. You've been in this game so long, you deserve it.
Man, you stupid, man.
Goodbye, King.
I love you, brother.
Lord have mercy, boy.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is Tina from Columbia.
Hey,
Peace,
Tina.
803, what's happening?
Hey. I think the question of the day when we were talking about Bun B should have been the idiots who thought that he was snitching. Those are the ones that should have been calling in. Because I think the vast majority of people feel that, they would have shot him. I mean, it's
Bun B did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yes, he did.
Exactly. He shot him,
and I think most of us feel that way. I would have tortured him a little bit, but I think the minority party, the people that think that this is snitching, those are the idiots who should have been calling in this for this topic.
Well, you said you would have tortured him a little bit, but the torture is the fact that he's going to be in prison for the next 40 years.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I would have got mine in too, though.
Damn. Goodbye. Tina, go have some breakfast, Tina. I don't disagree with you, but have some breakfast, man.
With violence on her tongue this morning. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we have Jess with the mess coming up.
I told you Adrian Broner was going to get beat up, y'all.
Damn it, man.
Yes.
We'll talk about it in a little bit. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club, and let's get to Jess with the mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, so Bad Boys 4 is officially out, but Stephen A. Smith wants Will Smith to clear up things before he watches it.
Chris Rock will never get over that, ever. I'm not saying he even has to apologize. I'm saying that while I watch him and Martin Lawrence promoting this movie, he has to sit down and talk to the black community. You can see all the white people around Will Smith all you want to. Black folks have loved and revered this man for decades. Everybody makes a mistake. This is not hatred. I love Will Smith still, but you got to have a conversation as to why you did that. I'm just saying, a lot of folks ain't get over that. A lot of folks find it hard to just go to the movies to watch you. I'm one of those people, and I never missed a Will Smith movie.
The box office says otherwise.
Listen, you the only nigga that ain't gonna see it. He's talking all the white people around
tickets, but I'm gonna see it this week.
Are you crazy? And think about it was like 2 years ago. Don't nobody got to sit down and shut up, go see it. I like Stephen A. Smith, but relax.
Yeah, why do we talk like the black community is just one group of people?
Yes.
Like, black people are not monolithic. I totally disagree with Stephen A. Smith. In fact, the only person that Will Smith would have to talk to and explain why he did that would be to Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, right?
He don't owe nobody else.
No, he don't. Not you, Stephen. Not nobody. There's so many people that didn't get over that.
Like who?
But that just shows you people are into his...
Tony? Chris and Tony ain't over, and I understand why. I get it.
Yeah, right.
But no.
But that just shows you why people are into these celebrities' lives so much.
Too
like
much.
That's between Will and Chris, and go see the movie.
And by the way, Chris probably don't give a damn no more. Like
not
that.
no more.
Like you can't speak for Chris. I'm not. By the way, I don't know how Chris feels about it.
I don't think Chris seen the movie though, but.
You might have.
You never know. He's still a comic. It's like whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the movie is Will Smith's first major film since he slapped Chris at the Oscars in 2022. And the movie bought in $56 million opening weekend at the domestic box office. The number surpassed the expected 40-50 million projection. It was the biggest opening weekend for a rated R film since the release of Oppenheimer last summer. I didn't see that, but I heard that was really, really good. It's also his 18th number one opening as lead, and it's Will Smith's 6th highest domestic opening in his career. Like this, this is crazy. Yeah, yo.
They're gonna do a 5 quickly. They're gonna do a 5 immediately.
They have to now. It's also the film also had major success overseas, which contributed to the movie making 104.6 million internationally, and the movie took 100 million to make the budget, so it already exceeded the budget.
Already made the money back.
Hell yeah, and just the opening weekend. Hey, that's what's up, yeah.
Congratulations to Will and Martin.
I love that. I love that.
I'm just happy that there's movies in the movie theaters again, because I'm the type of person I like going to the movie theater. I like getting my popcorn and my peanut M&Ms and sitting in a movie theater. And there's 2 movies I want to see right now.
M&M's the best.
Planet of the Apes and Bad Boys 4. I got to go see those in the movie.
And I will say in the last 4 years, usually it's easy to get into the movie theaters. It was no problem. But this weekend, it was packed.
Yo, and then I also love seeing them. They got on like Will Smith was actually going to movie theaters, right?
I seen that.
With a mask on and just like a couple of security. And they didn't even know that he was sitting next to them like fans. And they were all black people. But like he was sitting next to them, and then he'll like when the movie's over and they all walking out, he'll walk up to certain people like, it was really good, wasn't it? And they be so shocked like, oh my God, Smith.
I seen the video. That was dope.
None of those people in the theater said, you know what, Will, we need to have a conversation about why you slapped Chris Rock. I wasn't going to come.
This, but.
You know what I'm saying? By the way, nobody even asked Will Smith about that on his press run. Now, it's probably because the publicist told people not to, but nobody asked him either way.
Yeah. And whatever, it's about Bad Boys 4, so congratulations to him and Martin for that. Adrian Broner lost to Blair Cobbs like we knew he would. If you remember, things got heated between Adrian Broner and Blair during their final press conference before the fight.
Oh, don't play no games, cause my got guns with them, bro, and I'm dead serious, bro, and all I gotta do is point and they gon' blow. So don't come up here playing, don't make no false moves. I'm not playing. I will smack the out you, man. So we gonna promote the fight, but just be respectful. Don't do no dumb and I'm serious, bro. I'm dead serious. Shoot you in your You ain't about none of that. You's a bitch, boy. I'ma show you June 7th, my. He's angry. You big man. I'ma beat that off your nails, boy. You gonna use the physical boy. We get on the scale today. Good. We get on the scale today.
Get naked. Get naked for me.
We get on the scale today.
Take it off. Take the socks off too.
Blair Cobbs didn't care about none of those guns.
Nope. Well, after that, Adrian lost.
Damn.
Yes. Not only did he lose, but Blair knocked his tooth out. After the fight, Adrian also revealed that he fractured his elbow and tore his shoulder, but he said he fought through it, which he did not. And he also made it known that he got his teeth fixed already. So
glad you didn't bet no cheeks. AB. Wow. Because Blair would have been collecting.
But yo, he's the type, like, he need a gun at this point. It's like, every fight, he always say that, boy, bring the gun. Because you get knocked out every damn time. Lord. But, oh yeah. All right, so this is the last one. I got a little bit of time. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are selling their $60 million marital home. I hate that word, after divorce rumors. All right, so sources told TMZ on Saturday that the couple was selling their home that they purchased together last May. Get this, show. They purchased the home for it's 43,000 square feet, and they purchased it in cash for $60.85 million. 10 months after they got married in Las Vegas. They're asking for around $65 million for the mansion. Yo, this house got 17 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms, and parking for 80 vehicles. Wow. This is like a small mall.
That's small mall.
That's in Beverly Hills, right?
Yo.
Yeah, it's in Beverly Hills.
Okay, then. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, and then they also said J-Lo that day, like, she was seen at dinner by herself. They so dramatic. But yeah, some people go eat by themselves sometimes.
The last time you had dinner by yourself, Jess?
Nah, mad people do that.
Jess, when's the last time you had dinner by yourself?
Mad people do that.
Before I was pregnant, yeah.
They go to restaurants by themselves. They go to movie theaters by themselves.
Jennifer Lopez is not going to no damn restaurant by herself.
But but the press, media funny. They just threw it out there like we seen her dinner alone.
Well, when they say alone, they mean just her. I'm sure security is around, but they mean like there's no date with her. Or nobody.
I'm saying security didn't take her to dinner. They just, she wanted to go to dinner by herself, but she had to be protected, so security was there, but she was sitting there by herself. That's just for the mess.
Now, to say, if J-Lo can go eat dinner by herself at this point, this is why the tickets ain't selling. Because J-Lo should be causing pandemonium. I'm not saying pandemonium, but just still J-Lo at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was. I guess depends where she goes to, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got front page news from the Black Information Network. Morgan Wood will be joining us, so it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. All right, let's get in some front page news. If you're just joining us again, in some quick sports, the Celtics beat the Mavericks 105-98. The Celtics lead that series 2-0. Good morning, Morgan.
Morning. So today, the White House is hosting a concert for Juneteenth. That's happening tonight. The Biden administration announced a lineup for the concert, which will be held on the South Lawn at the White House. The event will boast award-winning Black artists from across musical genres, including Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Patina Miller, Raheem DeVaughn, Kirk Franklin, Trombone Shorty, Anthony Hamilton, Charlie Wilson, Brittany Spencer, and Dougie Fresh. Comedian Roy Wood Jr. and the president's own United States Marine Band are also on the lineup. This is the second time the White House is doing this event. Last year was the first, and the year before that, in 2022, President Biden made the proclamation to observe the day, making it a federal holiday. What do y'all think about that?
Well, Juneteenth not until next Wednesday, so why are they having it so early? Because they don't want all black people to be late, so they just telling everybody.
Well, it's a federal holiday, so that means they'll be off. Everybody will be off.
The holiday's Monday. It'll be off on
they
Wednesday.
Celebrate 4th of July events on 4th of July. I'm just saying, like, why they can't celebrate Juneteenth on Juneteenth?
I think I'm gonna want to be off on Juneteenth. I mean, I'll be here, but yeah.
Tell them Sunday so they get there Wednesday. That's I think what he's trying to do.
Oh Lord! So yeah, June 19th is the actual day, and of course, this is in representative 1865. Over 2 years after President Lincoln declared the end of slavery, U.S. troops marched into Galveston, Texas, to enforce the Emancipation Proclamation to free the last enslaved Black Americans in Texas. They got the memo late. I don't like that. So moving on, the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to make some major decisions this month. The conservative majority court has several noteworthy decisions pending before summer recess, including cases regarding presidential immunity, the obstruction charges against Capitol rioters, the FDA's approval of the new abortion pill and abortion access in medical emergencies. A report from Politico says a ruling on the abortion access case could come as early as today. Also on the docket this month are rulings on gun access for domestic abusers and whether bump stocks can be federally banned. Yes, they've got a busy month ahead of them. And Pope Francis, more world news. Pope Francis is set to meet with a host of comedians from around the world at the Vatican next Friday. Those invited include Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Chris Rock, Conan O'Brien, Whoopi Goldberg, and others. Over the weekend, the Holy See press office said the meeting is with more than 100 entertainers. It's meant to celebrate the beauty of human diversity and promises to be a moment of meaningful intercultural dialogue and sharing of joy and hope. Jess, did you get an invitation?
No.
Going to the Vatican?
No.
Well, it sounds like a comedy show. It sounds like they really do want to make people laugh inside the Vatican. It sounds like it's all the comedians that they invite.
You don't think it'll be an actual important conversation about spreading joy and hope and laughter across the world? None of that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get an invite. You asked me about the invite. I didn't get that.
Would you have gone?
Sure. Sure.
I mean, they got the right people if that's what they're looking to do. Spread joy. They invite all the people that bring laughter to people.
Yeah.
Laugh to the folks.
All right. Well, that's your front page news.
Thank you, Morgan.
Morgan, tell them where to find you.
Yes, on social at Morgan Media, MORGYN Media. And for more news coverage, you can follow at Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
All right. Now, when we come back, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett will be joining her.
Yes, indeed.
Will be joining us. We're going to kick it with her next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right.
She's a member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Texas's 30th District, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
First of all, I don't like that this paper says that she's the owner of bleach blonde, bad-built butch body. As if that's the only thing she's ever done in her whole life. Like, what do you mean?
It is not the only thing.
It's a lot
That's
of
for
things.
sure.
That's right.
Yeah, but you know what? I appreciate Black Twitter, so let's give it up for Black Twitter because we have every genre of song, from country to gospel to trap music. We got it all. In fact, there's a really good blues version as well. But it's amazing when you think about politics. I never thought that I would be in a space where, number one, I would have to clap back on somebody like that, like in a committee. But number two, that people would actually pick it up and start educating people through song. So
Educating people.
Yeah, they educating them about, MAGA and Marge and all of them. So I appreciate it for what it is, but you're right. I'm so much more than that. And I appreciate that way before B6 came around, like you understood like the fights that I was waging for everyday people.
Let's break down for people that don't understand what happened that day, because we only seen clips. So what happened that day in front of Congress? So what happened? Break down everything that was going on.
Okay, so imagine that y'all skip out on work, because that's what the Republicans did. They decided to skip out on work, so we were supposed to have a hearing about our Attorney General, Merrick Garland, and they basically want to lock him up. But instead, what they did is they came to New York and they sat with Trump and coddled him while he was in trial, trying to make sure he did not get locked up. So they then said, you know what, since we decided we was going to skip work, we're going to do our work at 8 p.m. So we Democrats have been on the Hill all day. They come back. We go into a hearing so that they could hold him in consent. We get in a hearing and Marjorie Taylor Greene, the gentle lady from Georgia, starts talking about Judge Merchan. And I was like, girl, do you know why we're here? Because literally, I'm already feeling away because I've been there all day while y'all was playing up in New York. Go talk in front of those cameras about Judge Merchan, say what you got to say or whatever, because they were trying to get around the gag order. But I'm like, we here to talk about this. Say whatever you want to say about the Attorney General. And so she then came at me, was like, well, do you know why we here? And she decided she wanted to talk about my eyelashes. And I was like, girl, you haven't looked at yourself. But I didn't get up. I didn't, immediately say anything. I tried to follow the rules.
They let that slide, though. I was kind of upset about that.
That was the thing. They did let it slide, and it was against the rules. So we have this rule talking about personalities. You're not allowed to engage in personalities. Basically, I can't talk noise.
And why she make it seem like your eyelashes so long? Like you got 25 M's or something.
Wait a minute, I'm mad that you know the lengths. Nevertheless,
he wears them on the weekends.
I got 4 daughters, a wife.
You know what? Even if I got 50, it don't matter. It don't matter. You doing the most. And honestly, you only came for me because I'm a black woman. Because there are white women. In fact, one of my white female colleagues came up to me and was like, I may need to bleach my hair, but I'm not getting rid of my lashes. And so she was like, Marge would never say anything to me about my lashes, because she does. She wears lashes or whatever. So I'm just like, girl. And my initial retort, what I wanted to say is, you may still have your husband if you wore some lashes. But nevertheless, but I did not do that.
Yeah, that's right.
I did not do that. And AOC jumped in almost immediately, and AOC was like, yo, this is against the rules. But Comer decided, I'm gonna let it slide. And of course, it to me is like what we always experience as black women. It's like, you know what, somebody punched you, but that's okay. You'll be all right, girl. Sit there and take it. But here's the deal. We on the same level. And I'm not going to sit there. And so I wanted to exemplify, number one, if this is how you're going to conduct these hearings, I just want you to know that it's going to be some real smoke coming from our side.
So when did you write beach blonde, bad built, butch body? Was that something you had
alliteration.
In the cut ready?
No.
I love alliteration.
No.
Was that something you had in the cut? Because it was amazing.
It wasn't. So when Comer decided that he was going to rule against me, I literally looked over at her because she sits on the same row as me, and from head to toe.
He was like,
is what I did. And I was
blonde.
like, and I literally from head to toe. So my granny used to talk about people being bad built. So that was an ode to my granny. That was something she used to say.
The thing I loved about it, and you said it earlier about how if y'all keep coming at us like this, there's going to be smoke from this side. There should always be smoke from this side because everybody acts like what they do is so normal to the point that it's become normalized. So when you did that, it's like finally somebody's reacting the way they should react to them.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I think that we've seen the devolution of politics because people aren't pushing back and saying this is not what we do, right? And it's interesting because once I pushed back, there was all of this like attention on me, right? It's like, well, you were wrong. I mean, what did Michelle Obama say? It was all this kind of stuff, right? And it's like, no, like I don't think that that's what the former first lady meant, is for me to sit there and just have you talk to me crazy and we're on the same level and we're in a business setting. And so I'm like, that's not how I would think that she would want me to act, but nevertheless, I know my district. And how is it I'm going to say that I'm going to fight for you and I can't fight for myself?
That's right.
So I'm not going to sit here and allow the likes of a Marjorie Taylor Greene to sit there and clown me. But I did try to go through the process, which is something that she ignored. She's always ignored the rules. I at least was trying to follow the rules. But once they failed, I still never got outside of the rules. But it's about doing what they are trying to do and doing it better. And doing it right. And that's exactly what I did. And I think that the Democrats have all the intellect on our side. So we can always do it better and smarter. It's a matter of, are we going to?
How did you feel about when you see people pulling up to Marjorie Greene at the airport? And,
that was amazing.
Because that's going to happen all the time now.
That was amazing.
So when you saw that, what did you
video,
think?
Yeah, no. That took me out. It was funny because I was laid in bed and the person that sent me the video was actually Amanda. So Amanda Seals, so she sent me the video and she was like, I'm sure this will make you smile. And I was like,
the only thing I don't like about that though is I don't want them to encourage you to do that to y'all because they're a little they're gonna be different.
No. But you know what? They always are a little different with us. I mean, I get death threats. Right? Like, that's not what it should be to be in politics. Like, I've not done anything that should warrant anybody trying to take my life ever. And so they are the radicals that are always pushing the envelope, so to speak, right? Like, these are the ones that went into the Capitol and trying to tear it apart. So, like, they about that life anyway, right? Like, you're talking about neo-Nazis. You're talking about the Proud Boys. Like, I'm the type of person that they gonna come for my neck no matter what. And so we do have to have heightened security consistently. And when you look at the threats overall against politicians, they have consistently gone up and up and up. The thing that Marjorie should be lucky to have is that black people may play in your face, but like legitimately, like as far as harming you, they're not going to try to do that. Like they're not. And that black woman was absolutely right. Cause Marjorie want to talk like big and bad in committee. And she's like, oh, did I hurt your feelings? And all of that. But she ain't have nothing to say when that black woman came through the airport and was like, oh, so you ain't like that, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
With the first lady, it's interesting, right? Because the phrase, when they go low, we go high. I feel like that applied to the time that she was in. 2024 and probably beyond is a totally different time.
It is a different time, but I also want people to evaluate the lens in which she was working from. She was the only black first lady, right? Like she's on a level up here. And what was happening is you had all of these trolls that were online and they were saying all kinds of things. They were calling her all types of animals. They were talking about her appearance. They were doing all the things that racist people do, right? Is trying to tear her down physically because they could not match her intellectually whatsoever. But what does it look like if the first lady is literally lowering herself to respond to somebody that like is hiding behind a keyboard and got 5 followers? Like that is literally going low. You are lower than her. But what we're talking about in this scenario, like which other first ladies were trying to come at her and talk about her? That's not what that was. But literally we're on the same level. We have the same space that we occupy. So this isn't about going low to low, but as Simone Sanders says, it's about going toe to toe.
All right, we got more with Jasmine Crockett when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. I got a question. Now, what is your thoughts on Donald Trump's conviction? And does that help or does that make it worse? You can say whatever you want to say.
Hallelujah. Listen, I guess it made it worse since, those broke people decided that they was going to get their last $5 and donate to him and crash his website to the extent that he got a bunch more money just to pay for his appeals process, not to go into the election. I think that for a lot of us who have seen him playing in our face, and having the audacity to say, I'm going to play in your face and I'm going to get away with it, which is what he's always said to us, even before he ever got caught up. I think that it was a good moment for white privilege to recognize that, like, you can get the smoke too in this country. But I also think that it's a really sad moment in our country because we really are only a two-party system. For those that don't know, a third-party person ain't going to win presidency, at least not this term, right? Like, you're not even going to get on all of the ballots to be able to get it. Like, there's a lot of reasons. So they're not going to win. So it's between Joe and it's between Trump. And the fact that we have someone who has 34 felony counts worth of convictions, and literally there's places, Eric Swalwell just brought this up in committee, he's like, it's a whole list of countries you can't even go to. So how are you going to be the leader of the free world and you not even allowed to step foot in certain countries because you're a convicted felon?
He can't go to Toronto. We're supposed to.
There's a lot. He went through a whole list of like places.
Can't go to Japan.
So
a ton of places.
What do they amend to where, I don't know, I want to say in the future, but how do you make it to where that can't happen, where you can't have all of those convictions and still be president?
Yeah, that's legislation. I mean, I think that our framers never contemplated that, right? Because he can't be a city councilman.
Right.
He can't be a mayor. He can't sit on a school board. He can't do state.
He can't be a police officer, but he can be the president.
Correct. So I just don't think that our framers really contemplated some of this. It's just like we have a bunch of January 6ers that are running for Congress right now. Like, because the only thing you can run for and have convictions on your record is to get 6 figures from the federal government.
That's crazy. Wow.
That is the only thing that you can do. Wow. And, I think that Trump could have an opportunity. I think that he really is, again, playing in our face like, oh, yeah, black people, they gonna feel me because I got convictions too. Bro, it's completely different. Number one. Number two, I think that you could have a real conversation. Like, I've worked on ban the box type of legislation that would at least allow people to get an opportunity to get in, do that interview. Like, what legislation do you want to pass based upon the experience that you're saying that you had personally? There is legislation that could help people, especially when we start talking about those that have a record. So many people aren't able to go to college because of their record. They're not able to, well, they can't get the funding. Right. Let me say that. They aren't able to get certain housing because they have a record. They aren't able to qualify for so many jobs because they have a record. And we're talking about hourly jobs. So I think that there is a good opportunity, but MAGA isn't really about that life. They're not about critical thinking. They're not about providing solutions for other people. They just don't want their cult leader to have to deal with a life of policies that have forever consistently held black and brown communities down.
That narrative that black people, black men in particular, are supporting Trump because he's a criminal, that came from the right. Like, that wasn't a narrative that started in our communities in any way, shape, or form. The right-wing media started that narrative. Yeah. Trump started that narrative. And now you have a few people adopting it, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, no, I absolutely don't believe it. And maybe for those that have never interacted with us, it probably is easy for them to believe or for them to parrot. But I talk to real people. Now, will I say that there are some people that are turned off and they're saying, I don't want to vote at all? I will absolutely say that I run into that where people are like, yo, I just don't really feel like either party is doing anything for me. So what's the point, right? I do run into that type of conversation, but I don't run into a conversation where people are like, oh yeah, so I'm just going to go out and vote for Trump. Like, I see it online a little bit, but I feel like we don't know what's real and what's not because we know that China as well as Russia have consistently tried to interfere with our elections by doing so much online. So I don't know how many of these accounts are real or not, but like, I have a majority black district. When I go home, I'm not dealing with that. They just like, I'm not really sure that I really want to vote that much.
People don't understand when you say, I'm not feeling any of this right now. It doesn't mean, hey, I'm leaving from the Democratic Party to go to vote for Donald Trump.
Correct.
It's like I'm part of the exhausted majority. I'm tired of it all.
But that is a problem, though, right? Because if people are not voting for, the Democrat side, then you allow more people to vote Republican. So I was going to ask.
Oh, they may not vote at all.
Well, that could be a problem.
Yeah, but like when we're talking about a numbers game, like if we decide to stay at home, right? Like I'm headed to Detroit here in a second, right? Like I got to get to Detroit. I got to make sure that I'm talking to people, because one of the things I think we run into is like we want to beat up on people and be like, yo, you got to go vote because people died, which is true, right? Like I feel that. I get it, right? But if you didn't see your mother, your father, your grandparents like marching, like you're not necessarily so connected to that, right? And it's a matter of informing people, like, what does voting get me? What do I get out of this, right? And so I like to tell people, like, I know that they try to blame the president for everything that's bad in their lives and usually don't really give him credit for anything that's good in their lives. But it's not just the president. The fact is right now, House Democrats are some of the most popular people in politics right now. Like, it's looking to the House, it's looking to the Senate. It takes all of us, because the president can't really do much by himself. He just did an executive order as it relates to the border and immigration. And so now people are like, well, that's too late, or that ain't enough. You're right. It takes legislation. And that's what he tried to do. They had legislation that was ready to go, that he was going to sign into law, but he can't do it all on his own. And so chances are there will potentially be litigation as it relates to the executive order. But at least the president can say, I tried, because Trump is the one that said, hey, Republicans, follow me. I'm your leader. Do not allow this legislation to go forward, even though they had worked collaboratively in the way the government is supposed to work. So I just want to say that, listen, people need to recognize their power, and they need to start showing up and telling people, listen, you work for me, because that's what it is. Right. I serve at the pleasure of the people, and you need to start telling people what it is that you want and what it is that you need. And when they don't give it to you, vote them out. Like, that's just, it's very simple. But I don't think that people really understand what all we can do. Like, we talked about SNAP benefits last time I was here. We had a whole 13-hour markup where the Republicans are like, we're not gonna do this. So I made it clear. I was like, that more of rural America uses SNAP benefits than urban America. That's right. So I was like, I do want to be clear that I'm fighting for my constituents, but I'm also fighting for yours. And so many of these Republicans talked about, well, yeah, I was raised on SNAP. So you forgot, or you just don't care. Like, I don't understand what's going on. But like when people are talking about the cost of food being so high, part of that we can control. Part of that we can do something about. But we definitely can do something about making sure that we put a few more dollars in your pocket. Or the child tax credit. Like, people got, an extra $300 a child. They didn't really know why they were getting that. They didn't know where it came from. But that was this administration that was saying, hey, we're going to give you this child tax credit. It cut African American child poverty into half, right? But then the Republicans ended up in control of the House, and they like, yeah, so we not about that life. But their constituents in rural America needed it too. So we did a little compromise of something, and there's a little something that's coming down the pipe, but it's not enough, right? So we have to let people know you actually received extra money, and that was this administration understanding that it was hard.
You have to let people know that, because people are still stuck on the stimulus checks, and they're still stuck on the PPP loans.
Stuck on the stimmies, and everybody got arrested for PPP.
That's true.
All right, we're still kicking it with Jasmine Crockett, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Charlamagne?
Why are you the only person in the Democratic Party who seems to understand that the language of politics is dead?
I don't know that I'm the only person.
You message very well, and you message to where people can understand. Like one of my little mentees, I don't want to say little, she's a grown woman, but she's not quite 30 yet, but she saw you in Georgia last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she literally sent me a video of you talking, because you said to the people, you should go out there and support this administration. This administration has done a lot. I think you told them, go Google what they've done. You probably don't know what they've done because they've done so much.
Yeah.
And she was like, I need Jasmine to tell me, what exactly they did. But I'm saying all that to say they're listening to you and want to hear what you have to say, because you message very well.
I think it's really my legal training, right? Like, I would walk into juries all over. And when you walk in and you're talking to a jury, you're talking to everyday people.
That's right.
But I have legal principles that I have to translate. And so I had to know what the law was, but I couldn't talk to you in legalese. I had to be able to translate for you.
Legalese.
And So one of my best friends from law school, and in law school we have this dictionary called the Black's Law Dictionary. And so when we were in law school, he'd be like, yo, I don't understand what happened in class. I need you to give me the Black's Law version. And so I'd be like, so when your cousin Pookie, like I would break it down, right? But I think that we do get caught up on the language, and the reality is that most everyday people don't live in our bubble.
That's right.
So we have to make sure that we're communicating in a way that they understand. And we're doing the work, but we also need to do some media training. I just talked about that. I'm like, we need everybody to do media training. I haven't had any, but because I have been consistently in front of audiences for years, I think that I know how to maneuver a little bit. Right. But you never know when, like, the next tornado or whatever is coming through your community, and you have to get in front of a camera. And you need to be able to communicate with the people that you serve and make them understand what you're saying in a very digestible and very quick way. We don't talk in sound bites either. Like, Democrats believe in giving you the entire Project 2025 book. Like, they want to give you, like, a full thesis, because we do put a lot of thought into stuff. It's why we don't do well on messaging on immigration. Immigration has so many layers and is so complicated, and we want to tell everybody, and it's like, we can't do that. Like, let's just go ahead and keep it simple. There's nothing simple about immigration, nothing at all. But the simple messaging is winning, even if it's not true. And that's the other thing. Republicans will lie. They will lie just to put something out there, and Democrats are like trying to prove why they're lying, and it's like, we ain't got time for that. Just slap them down or something.
I'll just listen to people, like you said. Like, I've repeated things that I've heard and seen activists in Chicago talking about in regards to, you know, the border. What I've heard and seen people here in New York talking about when it comes to, you know, immigration. So it's like, I'm repeating what the people are saying. Yeah. You can't chalk that up as MAGA messaging.
No.
Like,
no, you can't. And we have to listen. Like, even if people don't understand, like, why this or that is happening, we can't make people feel uncomfortable with talking to us. We have to listen to them and say, we understand. And then we have to do our best to educate them on what it is that we can and what we can't do. Because some people think that we can fix it all, and we can't. Or they think, they don't realize that, like, nothing's getting fixed because the Republicans control the House, Democrats kind of control the Senate, and then we have the president. Like, it takes an entire team. And that's the message that I'm sending everybody is, like, don't just worry about the top. You need to worry about all the way down to the state house. Right now in the state of Texas, they're like, you know what? We want to bring about the death penalty for women that seek abortions. They literally want you to choose death or death. That is insane. So the president of the United States, unless he has a Democratic House and Senate, he can't fix what the state of Texas is doing. So you absolutely have to pay attention to who also is on the state level that you're voting for. So I just want people, when I said Google, I was trying to make sure that people understand that they also have an obligation, right? Like, we have to do our part. We have to educate. We have to communicate. It costs a lot of money for us to communicate. You got to spend millions and millions of dollars to get on cable TV, to get on broadcast TV, to get on radio. You have to do a lot to communicate to people, to send mail. You don't have to do as much to do it on social media, but it takes a lot. But I also want people to start understanding that they also have an obligation. This is your vote. If I'm out there telling you to vote for me, I'm not going to tell you the bad stuff about me. I'm going to just sell myself to you, right? But just like when you go buy a car, it's like, you know what, that car is good and this and that and whatever. The car salesman going to tell you everything amazing.
That's right.
But you got to do your research and you got to find out, will this car last and that kind of stuff. So I just also want to encourage people to just jump on Google and do a little bit of research as well.
Is it true that after the B6 comments happened, the vice president called you and just laughed and hung up the phone? Didn't even say hello, and just hung up. She did her Kamala laugh.
She did not call and laugh. But I will tell you that I love our vice president, and she is very protective, specifically, in my opinion. I mean, she may be protective with some other people, but of us as black women. So she does call to check. She will have us come over to her residence and want to sit down and have a very real conversation about our challenges, because she also experiences a lot of this. So I feel like we have an amazing sister circle with the vice president, because no matter how big she is, she always takes the time. And I'm sitting there like, you're checking out me? Like, because I know how they come for her throat. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're waiting for her to have her own clapbacks, because we saw her in those Senate hearings back in the day.
Yeah.
We know that's in her. If you ever sat down with the VP, you know that's in her.
No, the VP, she's got it, and obviously she was a trial lawyer as well, and she's a black woman, so like she's got it. I do want people to understand that when it comes to the vice presidential role, it is a supporting cast member, and I think that because she is the first of her kind, and because there were people that went out and said, I'm voting because they wanted to vote for her.
I was one of them.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that did that. So I think that people want more of her than like the actual role allows for or calls for at times, right? Like in fact, when I was in Atlanta, one of the things I said, I was like, most people can't even name 5 other vice presidents. Right. Like they can't. Like they don't know other vice presidents because it's always been a supporting cast member. And I think that unfortunately, just like almost everything in black folks' lives and definitely in black women's lives, so much more is expected of us.
People like you give me hope in the future of the Democratic Party. What's the website for the bleach blonde bad
the clapbackcollection.com. Yes, the
clapbackcollection.com.
That's right. Get your shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Crockett. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Mondays.
That's right. Thank you to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett for pulling up on us.
That's right.
Again, she pulled up on us about 4 or 5 months ago. Y'all paid attention, but something tells me y'all paid attention a little bit more this morning.
That's right. Well, we are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
So Kim Porter's dad, Jake, spoke to Rolling Stones recently and shared his thoughts about the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie. He said he was disgusted, and he added, I wouldn't treat my enemy like that. It was despicable. I couldn't believe it. I was in Vietnam, and I wouldn't do that to my enemy. He probably wasn't on the front lines then. He was probably in the back. But Jake answered, and he also answered no when they asked him if he had ever seen Combs physically abuse his daughter Kim during their marriage. And he added that anything that he had seen was never to that extent, but it made him wonder. He said that Kim loved Diddy but couldn't live with him in the same home. He said in quotes, I think he was a very jealous person. They both loved each other. Kim's love was legitimate. Puffy's love, I don't know what he calls love. You know what I mean? I really don't think he has any idea what love is. He also said he was shocked by Diddy's behavior in the video and images, that it surprised a lot of people. And he also sent his love to Cassie and expressed that now his only concern is the kids, his grandchildren. So that came out of that. I seen a lot of people was just like, to that extent, so he knew something was going on. But like he said, he never seen Combs like physically hit her, but like probably just barking at her, verbally, something like that, arguing, maybe, something like that. But yeah,
because you ain't gonna let nobody yell at your daughter in front of you neither. You might, you'll stay out the way if it's a husband-wife argument,
right?
But
like
you
a
ain't
feud.
like, all right, now watch your mouth, don't raise your mouth now,
right,
raise your voice, boy.
Well, not husband-wife. They weren't married, right?
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
Watch your mouth now.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised he didn't give the real old man answer. You ever seen him do anything like that to Kim? He's still alive, ain't he? He's still alive, ain't he?
Yep, that's the
I'd
black
have seen it, he'd been dead.
sure. Howard University revokes Diddy's honorary degree. So the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to revoke Diddy's Doctorate of Humanities honorary degree. The honorary degree was given to him in 2014. The board also agreed to return Diddy's $1 million donation to the school and cancel his pledge to donate an additional $1 million and end the scholarship program in his name. The university released a statement saying, Mr. Combs' behavior as captured in a recently released video is so fundamentally incompatible with Howard University's core values and beliefs that he is deemed no longer worthy to hold the institution's highest honor. They also shared that his name will be removed from all the documents listings honorary degree recipients of Howard University, and he'll lose all honors and privileges associated with the degree.
Now, I know he owed them $1 million because he said he was going to donate and never did, but you said he gave them another $1 million.
Before the additional one that he said that he was going to give that he didn't give. He had gave $1 million and they returned it. Like
I understand revoking the degree. I wouldn't give the money back though, because that money goes to kids who actually need it, right? Yeah. That goes to scholarships and things of that nature. I wouldn't give the money back.
Yeah, but how do you take that degree back? You know what I mean? Because the reason
you take it right back.
But the reason he got the degree was the things that he did for Howard. That, regardless of who he is as a person and how nasty that video is, he still did a lot for students at Howard University, correct?
Yeah.
I don't want him to have an honorary degree. I don't want him to be represent alumni of our institution.
I don't even want him they don't even want him associated with the school. Like it goes against the core beliefs and the value.
He went there for 2 years though, didn't he?
It's an honorary degree.
No, he did go there. He did go. He went to that college.
For classes,
every day you embarrass him.
He went there for 2 years. Did he went to Howard? He just didn't graduate. He didn't graduate. That's what I say.
Oh, he didn't graduate.
He didn't graduate.
So he went there in his younger years.
What are you trying to say?
He went there when he was in college. Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Like back in the day.
What you mean?
What did that got to do?
I'm just asking. Like, how do you just give the money back when what he
said the degree?
Well, he paid for the degree.
That's why I say.
Man, what are you saying this morning?
It's an honorary degree. They gave him a degree. They take it back but they gave him that degree because of all the help that he gave Howard University.
And I understand them wanting to take it back. I wouldn't give the money back though. The money should go to the money should stay with the students.
If you take the degree, you got to take. You got to take.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Well, that's a difference in opinion. That's what the people in the comments were arguing back and forth. Like, no, he don't need to get the money back because that helps students. And then
it does help the students.
No, give it if you're going to take his honorary degree. Then, but this is the thing: would they have taken his degree if he did graduate and actually earn it?
Huh?
You can't take that degree.
Man,
he earned that degree.
You can't take that one. That's what happens when you buy a degree. That's the point.
One back.
So, all right, now moving on. Ryan Garcia arrested for vandalism in Beverly Hills. He was detained in California on Saturday for this.
Professional boxer Ryan Garcia is free tonight after being arrested late this afternoon for felony vandalism at the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills police say Garcia caused $15,000 worth of damage to hotel property. What the 25-year-old fighter actually broke is still unclear. After being booked, ESPN reporting the fighter complained of a medical issue and was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. His attorney says the boxer may also be charged with public intoxication. Garcia is now free with no court date having been set.
Yeah, any damage over $400 can be considered a felony in California. So it's crazy how they can't tell us what he broke or anything. But his attorney, Darren Chavez, issued a statement to ESPN Saturday night and said Ryan has been open about his struggles with mental health over the past few years, and at this time he is dealing with an immense emotional burden. The support and understanding from fans and the public are crucial as he navigates through these personal challenges. We are working diligently to provide Ryan with the resources he needs. And then he recently received devastating news about his mother's health that may have led to these events. So
yeah, even though he won his last fight, and I know that they said he was playing leading up to the fight. There's clearly something going on. They took him away in handcuffs and he had a helmet on, y'all. It was a motorcycle helmet, but it was still a helmet nonetheless.
How you know he didn't pull up in a motorcycle? What are you trying to say?
They took him out his room.
And why wouldn't the police take the helmet off him while they put him in handcuffs? Everybody be trying to be funny, man, because there's no reason for this man to be in handcuffs and wearing a motorcycle helmet. Unless they thought he was going to bang his head against something when he got into the police car.
Well, that could be very well.
That could be true, too. That is right.
You don't know. But let's just keep him in the prayers. That's just what it is. And that is your Jess With The Mess for the second hour.
You said keep him in the prayers. Not yours.
No.
Just whoever want to pray for him, pray for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. All right. Who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need a young person named Christy. All right, Christy Turman from Florida to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with her. Did you know that you can legally steal a car? We'll discuss.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
I really got Bronx trauma.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
We in the Bronx.
Dad, what you talking about now?
Suck much. Y'all not shutting us down. We in the concourse with it.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of
He lied. Why does the Sunshine State consistently produce such strange news?
If I catch y'all ass in traffic, I whip her, my virginity out. Y'all don't touch it.
It is just one of the many wacky news stories out of Florida.
On The Breakfast Club.
Oh, my God. That kills me every time, man. Salute to Kodak Black, man. Donkey of the day for Monday, June 10th goes to a 37-year-old Florida woman named Christy Turman. Now, what did your Uncle Sharla always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. In fact, today is so nuts, I'm still trying to figure out the why. See, Christy woke up and decided today is the day she wanted to steal a car. Not just steal a car, she wanted to steal a car from an actual dealership. Her reasoning for wanting to steal a car from an actual dealership was so she could do it legally. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Let's go to News Channel 8 for the report, please.
Deputies responded to a call from a female stating that she was attempting to steal a vehicle from the dealership parking lot and wanted the police to know so she could do it legally. Take a listen to the 911 call.
Because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine. So y'all gotta come make a report. I'm reporting this.
Deputies arrived on scene and observed 37-year-old Christy Lee Turman exiting the driver's side of the stolen Corolla. According to Turman, she was being trained in a game of Black Ops to steal a car, but called 911 in an attempt to make her carjacking legal. Turman was arrested and charged with trespassing. Her history includes a variety of charges such as petty theft, robbery, and aggravated battery.
I still don't know what the hell is going on here. Steal the car from the dealership so she could do it legally? There is no such thing. Baby, where did you think you could steal a car legally? Where you learned that from? YouTube? You heard the phone call. Christy told deputies she was being trained in a game of Black Ops to steal a car, but called authorities to make her carjacking legal. I'm concerned that deputies did not find any drugs. Okay, you know when you hear a story like this, you know, you waiting to hear that the person was on drugs or had some type of mental issues. None of that. Okay, none of that here. This is just pure, uncut Florida, all right? Because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine, so y'all better come make a report. I'm reporting this. I don't even know what that means. All right, I literally did some research, and by research, I mean I had my folks ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said it's not possible to legally steal a car, just in case you needed to know. All right, it said stealing a car is a criminal act and is punishable by law. If you are interested in acquiring a car, you should consider legal methods such as 1, purchasing. Buying a car from a dealership or a private seller. 2, leasing a car from a dealership, which allows you to use the car for a set period while making monthly payments. 3, renting a car for short-term use from a rental agency. And 4, financing, getting a loan from a bank or financial institution to buy a car. If you have any questions about these processes or need advice on acquiring a car legally, feel free to ask. That's what ChatGPT told us. Okay? The moral of the story is there is no legal way to steal a car. This young lady said she was being trained in a game of Black Ops. I didn't even know they steal cars in Black Ops. I thought that was Grand Theft Auto. Okay, this is like getting caught with kilos of cocaine and saying you was being trained in a game of Narcos, Rise of the Cartel. Look, man, I don't know what else to tell y'all, okay? But there is no legal way to steal a car. And Christy was arrested and is facing trespassing charges. And what bothers me the most about this is I took the time to Google and do ChatGPT just to make sure I wasn't missing something. Because, hey, Christy may know something that we don't know. But guess what? I'm mad at myself now because I knew better. My spirit, the spiritual being that I am, 100% knew that there was no legal way to steal a car. But the human in me just couldn't accept that. So I went digging, and I couldn't find not one solitary reason for her to do this other than she's from Florida. Please give Christy Turman the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, when we come back, let's open up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. Question is, what do you do when you forget somebody's name?
Ask them.
Now, this story comes from Friday when we were in the studio. We were leaving the studio, and I seen Charlamagne kind of by the cubicles. Outside the studio, there's a bunch of cubicles.
Stop making up stuff.
Nope.
Hey,
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yes,
Nobody tell his truth.
We were by the cubicles, right? And a gentleman that works up here that we've known for a long time.
Named Mike. I know Mike very well.
Now Charlamagne knows his name.
That is not true. I knew Mike's name.
Let me tell you what happened. So the gentleman said, "Hey, Charlamagne, can I get a book and can you sign it for me?" Right. So Charlamagne, I guess, really didn't know his name. So
That's
he said,
not true.
Do you spell it with an I or a Y? So he looks like, what? So Charlamagne...
M-Y-K-E-M-I-K-E.
So Charlamagne signs it. Charlamagne thought the gentleman's name was Tony.
That is not true.
Charlamagne signs it T-O-N-Y.
Because he's from the Bronx. I'm top of New York.
No, that's not it at all. And this is how bad it was. So when I walk out,
You're just making up stuff.
Charlamagne says, Envy, spell his name. I don't know the name.
Right.
So I'm like, I just, just turn around and keep it moving.
Hey, yo.
To
Mike,
realize
I know your name,
that Charlamagne spelled his name T-O-N-Y and his
That's
real
not
name was Mike. So Charlamagne signed the
Mike.
book Tony.
No, I did
and the
not.
gentleman's name is
You're
Mike.
making up stuff. The man name. I signed the man name. I said Peace Mike. T-O-N-Y.
No.
Top of New York.
After he found out his name was Mike, he went back and forth.
Stop making up stuff. Mike, this man is making up stuff on this radio this morning.
That is the truth.
Pinch his butt when you see him later.
You wrote him a whole situation, but you keep writing See the God in everybody else's book.
I signed See the God.
That's how I know.
I signed See the God.
He just put Tony.
And the reason I ask people their name, because everybody spells their name different. It ain't like when we was growing up, when you knew how to spell Tasha. Tasha be spelled all types of crazy ways now.
Yeah.
So like Mike be spelled all types of crazy ways. Everybody want to be different.
There's only one way to spell Mike, M-I-K-E.
No, that's one way to spell it, but people spell it different ways because they pronounce it different ways. M-Y-K-E. I've seen an M-Y-K-E.
You never see no
That's
M-Y-K-E.
not true.
That was probably
You
a
never see no
girl.
M-Y-K-E. But anyway, 800-585-1051. How if you don't know somebody's name, how do you ask them?
Actually,
how do you
M-Y-K-E is a boy's name, and it means it's an old English word which means meek or humble or merciful.
Actually,
See, you just be talking.
I know a
Every day you
comedian
prove
named
why
Mike
Hampton should
Brooks.
revoke your degree.
They can't. I earn mine. They can't.
I do know a comedian named Mike is M-Y-K-E.
Yes,
Mike Brooks.
it's mad,
Comedian
Mike.
Mike Brooks.
Yes.
Okay.
So the question is, like Charlamagne on Friday, what do you do when you forget somebody's name or you don't know their name? That is the question. 800-585-1051.
Mike, I know your name, Mike. I don't know what him be talking about.
Thought his name was Tony.
That's not true.
Definitely thought his name was Tony. That is the question. Let's talk about it.
It's just not true.
That is the truth.
Okay.
What do you do when you forget somebody's name? 800-585-1051. When I'm with my wife, I always be like, hey, you know Gia, right? And then I just spin off, and then Gia knows to ask the
Why
name.
you don't know your wife's name?
Yeah.
Why you don't know your
If I'm
wife's
with
name?
somebody
When I'm
and I
with my
don't know
wife,
their name, I introduce my wife. I'll be like, you know Gia. And then I spin off. And Gia knows she forget it. Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on, I hate this dude.
Pull out your phone. Call in right now.
Call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Break it down. 800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're asking 800-585-1051. What do you do when you're talking to somebody and you forget their name? Or you're supposed to know their name and you don't? This happened Friday. A gentleman working here asked Charlamagne for a book. Charlamagne signed the book.
Shout out
the
to
gentleman's
Mike.
name is Mike.
He
to my
put
guy,
Tony in
Mike.
the book.
And Charlamagne put Tony in the book, right?
No, I did not.
Yes, you
You
did.
telling this lie.
800
Mike got his book. Mike can read his book. Mike know exactly what his
What
book
makes
says.
it worse is him and Charlamagne have known each other for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sit there back and forth and joke each other and everything.
Yeah.
And so why wouldn't you think I know Mike's name?
You definitely didn't know his name. So the question is 800-585-1051.
Because I asked him does he spell it with a Y or a I?
No, you put Tony, bro. So that is the question.
M-I-K-E. And I put Tony because he's from the Bronx and he reps the Bronx heavy. Always tells me to stop giving the Bronx a hard time. So I put T-O-N-Y, top of New York.
That's a lot of small talk, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of small talk.
It's not top of New York.
So what I was saying is, if I don't know somebody's name and I'm with my wife, I always say, hey, this is my wife Gia, and I spin off, and Gia knows to get their name because she knows I forgot.
He says his wife's
and she
name
does
so
the
he don't
same thing
forget.
with me. If there's somebody there, she'll be like, oh, this is my husband Rashawn, and then she'll spin, and I'll be like, oh, what's your name? And that's how we get each other's names, because I always forget everybody's name. That is just me. How do you, if you don't know somebody's name?
I just don't approach them. I just walk up to them and start talking.
Just talking, not even say a name.
I'm telling you, yo, yeah, like now if it's somebody if it's like, it depends on if you're in person or you hitting my phone. Because sometimes I may forget if you tell me your name and I forget. I may be like, yo, what would you say your name was again if I'm trying to save your number. But if it's a conversation, I just walk up to people and start talking. I don't be like, oh, hey, what was that? Or no.
So what they go, you'll save my number in your phone.
And I'd be like, yeah, you save it.
I'd be like, how you spell your name?
That's it.
I'll say, what's your name? If I don't know your name, I'll be like, what's your name again? What's your name again?
So why you do that to Mike the other day?
Because I know Mike's name, crazy person.
You know Mike's
keep making up stuff.
You didn't know Mike's name. All right, we have Shay on the line. Shay, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Shay.
Good morning.
Your phone sound crazy, Shay. Can you take us off Bluetooth right fast, Shay?
You're not on Bluetooth. You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Okay, so how when I don't remember somebody's name, I can call them little baby.
Little baby?
I call everybody little baby. Like, hey, little baby. Good morning, little baby. And they be so happy.
Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from I'm from Virginia.
Oh, okay. Because I know they do that in Detroit. They call people baby.
Thank you, Shay.
I don't know if I like the little baby thing.
Why?
Because that sounded a little too intimate. Why you calling me little baby? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no rapper. Why I'm a little baby?
But that's why I call what's up, mama, or what's up, my G? Just because I
don't like the mama thing either. I told you that already.
Nah, mama's just a New York
You
thing.
call everybody mama for no damn reason.
Because I can't remember nobody's names.
Young college girls on campus. What's up, mama?
What's up, mama? That's
like an old man in the club. That's your stupid ass.
That's a New York. That's a New York thing.
What's up, mama?
You sound old talking about what a little baby. Like, no,
I don't say that.
No, you when you was trying to mock the girl.
Oh, yes, because that's how it sounds. It just sounds strange.
Hello?
What's up, little baby?
Hello.
Hey, mama, what's going on? See, that sounds fine. I don't know her name. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Jess. How y'all doing this morning?
What's up, Jess? So what do you do when you don't know somebody's name, Jess?
So listen, this happens to me all the time. I went to Tuskegee University, and I like to bring people to homecoming. And so I know faces, but I don't remember names.
Right.
I always tell whoever's with me, like, listen, if I don't say their name first, then I need you to be like, hey, whatever. So I'll be like, hey, this is my friend such and such. And then they shake their head, and then they say their name. Then I make sure I say the name after that.
Yep.
So then I can remember it.
I do the same thing.
The same way, Envy.
Got you.
Same thing. Don't that work?
Yeah. But I want to ask Charlamagne something.
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
the guy Mike, does he look like he was born in the 1900s?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely born in the 1900s. We was all born in the 1900s. Absolutely.
So you know good and well that man's name was not spelled with no Y.
Nope.
We spelling our Mike's M-I-K-E.
Nope.
Charlamagne thought his name was Tony, so he didn't know if he was going to put T-O-N-I or
That is
T-O-N-Y.
not true. And by the way, Tony is the same thing. It's spelled with an I or a Y.
Usually for women, it's spelled with an I.
I think he thought that man's name was Tony.
That's right.
I don't assume nothing no more, because when you be out here at these book signings and people be telling you their name, literally, my name Tasha, and I be like T-A-S, like, no, it's T-O-S-C-H-A. You like, God damn.
See, book sound a little different. You tell them to write it down first, so that way you never get it wrong. Like, write your name down first. That's easy. But when you meet, when there's somebody you're supposed to know, like Mike.
I do know Mike.
Yeah, right.
Salute to Mike.
Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys, man? First,
what's your name?
I want to say great job to Jess. Welcome to the fam. You're a great addition.
Thank you. His name is Kelly.
What's your name?
MB. My name is Kelly Peters.
Kelly. His name is Kelly.
Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you.
This is a woman.
I just wanted to tell Jess, great addition to the team. Charlamagne, keep that pressure on their neck with the books and everything. MB, get your kids to my hip-hop studio.
Oh, you got a hip-hop studio? Where at?
Times Square, man. Brick House NYC.
Okay. All right. What do you teach?
Nice.
Hip-hop?
We teach hip-hop. We specialize in hip-hop,
Envy
commercial
is a
dance.
genius.
For
I mean, he is like one. I mean, he's top percentile. Like
There's mad dancing. Kelly
he
just
literally said, "Get him to my hip hop studio."
No, he said, "Get him to my dance studio."
No, he did.
He said, "Get him to my hip hop studio."
Oh, my bad. I thought he said to my dance studio. My bad. My bad, Kelly.
You teach hip hop?
Salute to Omari. My guy Omari teaches him hip hop now. You know Omari out in Jersey. You know Omari?
Yes, I do know. I do know Omari. And he's dope, but I'm going to tell you, man, I will definitely elevate him and take him to the next level. We can talk more after. I know that you guys have a lot you got to get done today, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I got something for you and your fam, man, for your kids.
Okay, all right. But now we're talking about forgetting somebody's name.
Yes. So, obviously I'm in a situation that I'm around a lot of people, kids and parents a lot. And usually when I'm with my partner, or if I'm with, one of my associates at work, I will introduce my associate first or my partner first and allow that person to say their name after.
Yep. You all do the same thing. Okay. Well, thank you. What's the name of your dance group?
The name of the dance studio is Brick House NYC, Times Square, black-owned, female-owned. I'm not a female, obviously, but my business partner is a female. And, yeah, man. Pull up. Come see us.
All right, I'm going to look you up. I'm going to put you on hold to get all your information.
All right. Thank you, brother. Peace.
Thank you.
Yo, you sure you ain't get an honorary? Sitting there Hip hop school.
I thought he just said studio.
Oh no,
I didn't hear hip hop. He just said dance. I thought he just said dance studio.
He said my hip hop school.
Oh, I thought he just said dance studio. All right. Watch your mouth, Jess.
All right, my bad.
800-585-1051. We're asking, what do you do when you don't know somebody's name you're supposed to know? This conversation comes from Charlamagne on Friday. We've been working with this gentleman for a long time up here.
Mike, I know your name, Mike.
Charlamagne talks to this man every day.
You don't know what he's talking
the
about.
man says Charlamagne signed the book and Charlamagne signed Tony.
No.
800-585-1051. What do you do when you forget the person's name? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Tell her. Made it.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're asking, what do you do when you forget somebody's name? Somebody that you're supposed to know their name. Now, this conversation comes Friday when we were leaving the studio. A gentleman that works up here, his name is Mike. He's been working up here for a long time. We see him all the time. We have conversations with the brother. He asked Charlamagne to sign his book, and Charlamagne signed Tony. The brother's name is Mike.
Why do you keep making
Charlamagne
this
did not know this guy's name. I'm going to tell you why, because then Charlamagne asked me, yo, Envy, spell his name. Charlamagne didn't know what the guy's name was.
No.
So we're asking.
His name is Mike.
800-585-1051. What do you do when you don't remember somebody's name, especially that you're supposed to? Hello, who's this?
This is Cammie from Vegas.
Hey, Cammie from Vegas. How you feeling?
I'm good this morning. How are you guys?
I'm good, Cammie. Cammie, what you doing this weekend, Cammie?
This weekend, I'm going wine tasting.
Wine tasting? Oh, okay. I was going to invite you because I'm going to be out in Vegas Friday and invite you to a concert. But if you're going wine tasting, enjoy the wine tasting.
Oh, thank you.
All right, but 800-585-1051. What do you do when you forget somebody's name, Mama?
So, if it's a girl, I just be like, hey, girl, what's up? If it's a dude, then I'm like, what up, big homie? How you been? And then if I'm around somebody, I'm like, who the hell is that?
Now, what about if it's like Charlamagne size? That ain't big homie. What do you say?
What up, little homie? What up, little man?
Y'all know big homie and little homie don't got nothing to do with size.
Little man. No, okay.
Little man.
Little man.
By the way, people are hip to that though, because those be the people that be like, you don't know my name, do you? Yeah. Like people understand, or they be like, you don't even remember who I am, do you?
Yeah, some people, they can read your energy.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't know me.
Stefan.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Stefan. What do you do when you don't know somebody's name, Stefan?
What's going on, y'all? Good morning, first of all. So, like you said, MV, if I'm with my girl, usually I'll introduce her, and the other person will usually say their name. But if I'm by myself, what I usually do is, I'll talk to the person, and then at the end, I'll just hand them my phone, as if I got a new phone or whatever. They type in their name, and then they give it back to me. Then I'm able to put the nickname. If they got a limp, it's Danny with a limp. If it's Michaela, it's Musty Michaela, or so be it.
Okay. You trying to remember people? That's crazy.
That's stinky ass Michaela. Okay.
Wow.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. What up, though? It's Jay Cotton.
Hey, what's up, brother? What do you do when you forget somebody's name?
Yo, so what I do is, see, I'm pretty popular in my city. I get a lot of people running up on me because I'm a chef. So when they come up on me and I don't know them, I just be like, hey man, I'll pull my phone up. How you spell your name again, bro? Like, is it 2 S's? Is it 2 T's? Like.
That's what Charlamagne tried to do.
Boom.
That's what Charlamagne tried to do. But like, how you spell Tony? Yeah. And the guy's name was Mike.
I'm telling you, it work every time. Look, Charlamagne, I wrote you a new song, man, for your donkey of the day. Go like this: You are the donkey of the day.
Hey,
courtesy of Charlamagne. Yeah.
You should have said you are the donkey of the day, courtesy of Charlamagne.
Yeah. You talking about
hey, listen, that's what you want. Hey.
Go again.
Donkey of All right, boom, here we go. You are the donkey of the day.
Hey.
Courtesy of Charlamagne.
Hey.
Jess Hilarious.
Hey.
Just announced she's pregnant. Got DJ Envy to the left.
Whoa.
Gon' spin them records to death. I'm telling you, we can.
What's that? Yeah. I like the little Jodeci. What's that? Cry for you, cadence? That's what you're doing? Yeah. Okay.
You hear it?
I like it.
Okay. And tell me your chef name.
So listen.
What's your chef name, bro?
Is this rapping chef?
Jay Cotton, man. Jay Cotton. Cotton like the fabric of our lives.
Yeah, I don't want no chef that's singing, though. That would be kind of dope on Valentine's Day, though.
The ladies do.
You have the chef.
Charlamagne.
Nah, the chef.
The woman, your wife would love it.
Shut up, boy.
Come in, shut up.
Your wife will love it.
Shut up, little baby.
Blow a little something.
Little baby, shut up.
And then boom, you on.
All right, Cotton.
Hey, y'all have a great day, man.
Thank you. You too, baby.
Can't forget your name. Your name is traumatizing. Remind you of slavery. Jay Cotton.
Well, what's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is if you don't know somebody's name, just ask them. It's okay. It's okay to be like, what's your name again?
Yeah, but you know what I've seen, yo? I have seen Charlamagne, right, at the festival, yo. Somebody come up to him and be like, remember I was the one that he'd be like, oh, yeah. And as soon as they walk away, I'm like, who's that? He was like, I don't know. Like, stop doing that, yo. There be so many people. And then people be like, oh my God, he remembered me. Like, they be playing
I do
it
be
down.
remembering.
You don't remember.
Lying, yo. I know. He'd be like,
But that don't mean I remember. That just mean like if you come up to me and you be like, yo, you remember such and such, and I be like, yeah, okay. But that don't mean I remember. It's just like, yeah, okay.
They say no.
Yeah,
no,
just be
but
like,
I'm not.
no.
I'm just. He's just telling me something like, okay, yeah, okay.
No,
All right.
he's so funny.
Well, salute to Mike that works up here. You know, he didn't know your name.
My
He thought
guy
your name
Mike,
was Tony, man.
top of New York, TONY, baby.
We got Jess with the Mess coming up.
Yes, we do.
Now, see, when Jess do that, that means she don't know
Yeah, she don't
what
know.
she about
I don't
to
know,
do.
but I
Jess
don't be
with the
trying to
mess.
make nothing up. I just don't remember. I don't know. Y'all gonna find out. It's gonna be juicy, whatever it is. So stay tuned.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, Lamel is working. Zeus teases a new podcast. It dropped finally, the official trailer to tease their newest project. It's called The Auntie Podcast. Now, remember, I don't know if that was one of y'all or what, but remember, you know, we got Tokyo Tony, who is Black Chyna's mom, Tia Kemp, that's, you know, Rick Ross' baby mother, and then Carlisa Sappho, that's Blueface mom. I don't know if it was y'all, it was somebody else that was like, they need a show. They finally got it.
Oh,
this is
going
to be their podcast. And it's a visual. You can watch it or listen to it. It's going to go crazy. And we have a little snippet of their trailer.
Who do we have today? Our next guest calls herself. Hold on now.
Oh, God. I'm going to reach over this table and I'm going to knock this head off. I sure can.
No. Let's wrap this y'all.
Y'all got to get off the internet. Don't say that to me.
That big fat.
Let's not play no game.
What the? Going through her phone?
Shut up.
Shut up.
I might slap the
Make sure you.
I wonder why they positioning it as a podcast and not just a talk show.
Because you can listen to it as well. There's a lot of people that ain't gonna pay for Zeus just to watch it. You know what I mean? So they got the podcast popping, and then it's good to see Lamel going into other lanes too. Like you got the podcast popping off. But yo, some of the guests they had on there, they had Big Frida on there. They had Akbar V, who's staying some drama. They had what's that guy named? The crazy guy. He remind me of Kanye West. He got Antonio Brown.
AB,
AB, yeah, he on there.
That's why I said they should position it as a talk show, like a
Mama
daytime
D.
talk show.
That's what it is.
Zeus.
That's exactly what it's positioned as. It's just that it's also a podcast as well.
Right. Oh.
But yeah, they're presenting it as a podcast, but it's going to be a visual show too.
Gotcha.
Yo, it's going to be crazy. I might have to go ahead and watch that. Like, I don't know. I might have to pay that little subscription. I don't know yet.
You already a Platinum Zeus member.
No, I'm not. My little sister is, and I use her account for Johnson's Cabaret. And so are you, because you use my account. Don't
That
play
is
with me.
not true.
Yes, you did.
I use it because you got it. Because y'all came over talking about you got to watch this and you got to watch
and
that.
you did watch it, and you liked it.
And he still watches
he
it.
is so,
Still watches
so
it.
in denial.
When you're not there.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Anyway, speaking of shows, George Lopez leaves stage. He had a comedy show at Eagle Mountain Casino Friday night, and during his set, fans kept shouting things out, and it clearly annoyed him. The things that they were shouting out aren't clear, but one fan reportedly shouted and asked if he could buy George a drink, if she could buy him a drink during his set. It doesn't seem like they were really heckling him, but they also wouldn't stop talking. And after asking him 3 times, George Lopez just dropped the mic, walked off set. The casino released this statement, but listen to the show. Like, listen, you can barely make out what they're saying, but this is a little snippet of what happened.
Get a prescription.
I seem like an asshole. I'm the one working. Come on, please, just watch the show. That's all you have to do. Don't even laugh if you don't want to. I don't give a just relax, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Relax.
Yeah, he was done after that.
Now I DJ a lot of comedy shows, and usually that happens when the comedian is trash or they're not feeling the comedian that night.
I guess it, like
George Lopez ain't trash though.
Nah, but maybe they just wasn't feeling him that night.
He's not trash. Now, however, if you watch the whole video, y'all can. It's online everywhere. Y'all can see it. He does it's a dragged out joke. Like he takes a little bit long to get to the punchline or whatever, because it's like something that's number 1, something that's number 2, and then they in the crowd like, all right, what's number 3? Like it
depends on the
so
crowd.
It was a long drawn out. Yeah,
Because certain comedians work for certain crowds, and then I see comedians go to different rooms, and then they just trash out.
Yeah, but the casino, they released a statement. They said, tonight George Lopez let down his fans and sold out audience by walking out and ending his show 30 minutes early. George hired his own private security that could have easily escorted any hecklers out. We had a pre-show meeting to have a plan in place for hecklers. He could have provided us an opportunity to allow our security and team to escort hecklers out, since his own private security did not.
Well, we don't know how long the heckling was happening, so maybe it was happening too long for George Lopez's lightning, because the venue should immediately get that under.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. He got his own. He didn't want their
the venue
security.
didn't want their security. He got his own security.
He didn't want the venue security. He had his own security, and they took too long to step in.
See, I be thinking your own security is for you. Meaning, like, if somebody personally...
No, they said they had a meeting and they had a conversation about it.
It was a pre-planned meeting. It was a pre-show meeting, and he planned to have his security remove hecklers in case there were any. But they didn't.
Has that ever happened to you? Doing comedy, somebody heckling too much, or somebody doing too much of the show?
Yeah, not trying to be smart, but more so having a conversation. Like, that happens. I did have somebody get put out when we were in Connecticut just recently. Drunk dude, but he was just happy to be there. He was trying to talk to me while it wasn't never like, boo, you suck, or what's rush the joke or nothing like that. But sometimes, and I didn't even want him to get put out, but it was the people that he was around. I was like, yo, we paid to hear the show. You keep shouting and screaming, so they were upset, and they basically told him shut the F up. He was starting to try to fight, and the club put him out. Yeah, so, but that's that. And then, hold up, it's one more little story. Tracy Morgan reflects on tragic accident. So, of course, back in 2014, we knew Tracy Morgan we know that he got into a life-changing accident. A Walmart truck crashed into the back of his limo on the New Jersey Turnpike. He broke his leg and was left in a coma for 2 weeks. His mentor, James McNair, died in a car crash. He was 62 years old, and he was in a wheelchair for 5 months and had to attend rehabilitation and relearn how to speak and walk, Tracy Morgan. And this is what he said on social media the other day. Today is 10 years since our fateful accident, and I want to say to everyone who was in the van with me that night, I love you and we miss you. Uncle Jimmy Mack, God bless your family. And to the driver that night and his family, me and my comrades forgive you. So, yeah, he definitely came a long way, and that was definitely a life-changing accident for Tracy Morgan. So.
Shout out to Tracy Morgan. Good brother right there.
Yeah, definitely. And that's Jess With The Mess for the day.
All right, well, let's get right to the mix. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, it's time to rep a gay a day.
Yes, it is. We're honoring today Kehlani, who is known as, her name is Kehlani Ashley Parrish, but we know her as Kehlani. She's a singer-songwriter. Kehlani attended Oakland School for the Arts. Today, the Grammy-nominated singer continues to put out music as she is set to release her 4th album, Crash, as well as a great mother to her daughter, Adia, sorry if I'm getting that wrong, which she shares with guitarist Javi Young White. I see why you don't know nobody named Charlamagne, because I don't even know how to read this guy's name.
I'm trying to tell you.
But happy Pride Month, Kehlani, girl. We love you.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Again, I got to remind you guys, my car show, August 17th. Early bird tickets are still on sale if you haven't got your tickets. Of course, it's a family fun day. Bring the kids and all that. And let me shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson, man. Dr. Umar said some really prolific stuff over the weekend. Can you play it, Red?
I gotta say this, in all honesty, so far in 2024, dark-skinned brothers, my complexion and darker, have been participating in more bunny hopping and more racial betrayal than all the light-skinned men in Black America put together. Leave the light-skinned brothers alone. Leave the mixed-race brothers alone. Dark-skinned men are out of control so far in 2024.
Yo, y'all really be acting like this nigga the prophet, yo. Like, whatever, yo.
I guess if he was saying he don't want no dark-skinned people to come to his car show. But let's talk about it like this, too.
I didn't say that. See,
that's exactly what you said. That was a stupid-ass segue. That was a dumbass segue. And we don't want no dark-skinned, and we don't want no dark-skinned men to come to his car show.
I didn't say nothing about that.
But
I
also,
just said,
too,
light-skinned brothers is winning this shit. That's what we
remember, the bunny hopping is the reason we got light-skinned people to begin with.
Anyway.
Let's always remember that. Okay, so y'all keep y'all little 40% European asses away from us, because I'm 97% West African. You hear me? Now, I want to tell people too, LA, man, salute to everybody in LA. This Friday, I'll be at the Barnes & Noble at the Grove in conversation with Amber Grimes, man. Salute to Amber Grimes, too. She made my book, Get Honest or Die Lying, her book of the month for her book club. So thank you, Amber. And we'll be in conversation this Friday, June 14th at 7 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble at the Grove in L.A. So I'll see y'all there, okay? Now, the positive note is simply this. Day by day, what you choose, what you think, and what you do is who you become. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?